Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, October 17th, 2023. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Yeah, man, it was a lot colder out yesterday morning for my walk than I anticipated. Today, I break out the sweatpants. All right, we do have some news, so we better get into it, shall we? Following up on a story we first brought you yesterday, we have confirmed that a 64-year-old Pasadena woman died on Saturday afternoon at a house fire in her home in the 900 block of 220th Street. The Anne Arundel County Fire Department received a 911 call from another resident of the house saying that it was on fire and that the woman was trapped. After the fire was out, they did locate the body of Kathleen Lewis, who was pronounced deceased at the scene. The caller did suffer smoke inhalation, and he was treated at an area hospital. It did take 60 firefighters about 15 minutes to control the fire. There were smoke detectors in the home, but they were not operable. This is the fifth fire fatality in the county this year, which is a little bit better than it was last year. There were 7 by this time. Anne Arundel County Recreation and Parks wants your input. They're looking to develop 10 sites around the county into parks and recreational uses, and you can check them all out and leave your input online through November 30th. All you need to do is go to aarecparks.org/planyourpark, and that's aarecparks.org/planyourpark, and take that survey. And they're looking to put them in all over the county, so don't think it's just someplace else. They're looking at in Laurel, Edgewater, Crofton, Jessup, Glen Burnie, Davidsonville, Pasadena, and Severn. So now is your chance to have your voice heard. It does feel so weird to talk about Christmas before Halloween, but this is important. The AM/FM Christmas show tickets are on sale now. Now, this always sells out every year, so if you want to see a great Christmas party with all of our local musicians, get your tickets now. Trust me, if your plans change, you're going to be easily able to scalp them a little bit later. But December 11th and 12th are the dates, and tickets for that 24th annual AM/FM Christmas show are available at ramsheadonstage.com, or we do have a big old buy tickets on eyeonannapolis.net as well. And again, many thanks to all who continue to sign up for our daily news recap email newsletter. We're trying to grow our subscription base, so if you can give it a mention to a friend, a neighbor, or a colleague, I would be appreciative. And if you aren't receiving it, there's a link to subscribe right here in the show notes. It's free, it's short and sweet, it comes to your email inbox every night at 7 p.m., and best of all, there's no pesky paywalls. And as we start to close, today is Ticket Tuesday, and Rams Head on Stage has hooked you up once again. And here's what I have for you. Enter the Haggis, and that's tomorrow night. The Wild Feathers on Saturday, and that's a matinee, and it is an all-ages show. And Choir, the Epic George Harrison Sing-Along. Now, I saw one of these, and what this is really pretty cool. It is a group of professional musicians doing all George Harrison, in this instance, covers, and the audience sings along with them. It sounds like a blast. Anyhow, this one is on Sunday night. Well, if you'd like to go to one of those shows, get in touch with me and I may select you. And you also want to be sure to check out ramsheadonstage.com for some of the other amazing shows they have on deck. And again, as always, a huge thanks to Ramshead and that entire team for doing this for us every Tuesday. Okay, that's a wrap. But first, a quick thank you to you for listening and sharing and letting your friends and colleagues all know about us. To our sponsors for the Daily News Brief, Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, Hospice of the Chesapeake, Scout and Molly's, and Alpha Engineering, I say thank you as well. So now hang tight, because Scott MacMullan from Scott MacMullan Law is back with a legal brief, and also we have George Young from DCMDVA Weather standing by with the only locally forecast weather report you'll find. All that's coming up in just a bit.
Advanced illness decisions aren't always easy. Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, wants you to know you do have a choice over who provides care, what type of care, and when and where your loved one receives that care. Learn more at hospicechesapeake.org.
Ready for a new look for those end-of-summer parties? Come see us at Scott MacMullan's. I'm Betsy Abraham. My mom and I own and operate this great little boutique at the Annapolis Town Center. Come enjoy a fun, in-person shopping experience with a bonus, real customer service. We'd love to help you pick out the perfect outfit for back-to-school Annapolis boat shows and nights out with your friends. Scout and Molly's, Annapolis Town Center. Thanks for shopping local.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Tuesday, October 17th. Yesterday played out pretty much as expected for the Annapolis region, with mixed skies and cooler temps, but conditions will improve today through Thursday ahead of another round of clouds and showers and cooler temperatures for the weekend. Look for mixed skies today with PM highs a bit warmer in the mid or upper 60s, followed by sunshine Wednesday and Thursday, with temps Wednesday in the 65 to 70 degree range, ahead of upper 60s to mid 70s in spots on Thursday. From there, clouds will move in Friday with highs staying near 70 degrees with a chance of some PM showers lasting into Saturday morning, with highs Saturday in the mid 60s before breezy sunshine and low to mid 60s on Sunday. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and X for regular updates each day, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You never know when you might need an attorney. It could be when the lights light up on the police car behind you. Or maybe you have $1 million idea and need to incorporate. From wills and trusts to car wrecks and arrests, Scott MacMullan with the Annapolis-based Scott MacMullan Law, LLC, is here to offer some insight for you with today's legal brief.
Hello, Annapolis. This is Scott MacMullan, and this is your legal brief. Today, I want to talk about how you can get out of a speeding ticket, or some ways you can get out of a speeding ticket. It's one of the hardest offenses to beat nowadays in Maryland. Annapolis traffic lawyer, such as myself, can help you get out of your traffic ticket. If you're clocked by a radar gun speeding, which is usually the case, not always, but it's usually the case, then you can only attack the validity of that radar gun and the officer's competency in operating that radar gun. So on your day in court, you need to, one, make sure the police officer shows up. If not, ask the judge to dismiss the case. Say you're not guilty, and they're not going to be able to prove. So many people get up there, and they're like, well, I might have been speeding. If there's no police officer there, they can't prove your case. So say not guilty and move on. Number two, so one, make sure the police officer shows up. Number two, if the officer is there, then ask the officer for two documents. One, the radar gun operator's license, and two, calibration certificate. If the officer has these two documents, then you might be out of luck. This document gives, there's further documents to give insight on this. If the officer is missing one or both of these documents, then you can cross-examine the officer on these points. If you need help cross-examining the police officer, give me a call at Scott MacMullan Law, LLC, at 443-494-9775. There's also potential if you give your citation to an attorney, they might not have correctly put down the speed. There's a statute 21807, Maryland Statute 21807, that requires the officer to put down the speed on your citation. If they do not, there's a potential to get your case dismissed as well. Give me a call, 443-494-9775. This is information, not advice, but there are ways out of a speeding ticket. Thanks so much, and have a wonderful day. This does not create the attorney-client relationship. Thank you.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.